Hello guys, welcome to another episode of App Inventor. I'm still App Inventor Tito Ijoma. So today we are going to create another app, and the name of the app we're going to develop is named Fitness Step Counter app. Okay, this is the application that you can use to exercise when you're working out. You hold it onto yourself, you can put it in your pocket, you can hold it in your hand, or when you are walking, you can decide to check for exercise and then it will be counting the calorie you've burnt, okay, and how many steps you've taken so far. So that's how the application works. So let's dive into it. So what you will learn today, after today's class, you're going to learn how to use phone sensors in an app, how to keep track of numbers with variables in MIT App Inventor, how to reset and update counts, how to design a simple working fitness tracker, and project name and concept. So, as I've mentioned before, the project name is Fitness Step Counter Application. So, real life use, it encourages physical activity and tracking every day. What is the Step Counter app? It's an app that counts how many steps you take. It uses your phone's accelerometer sensor to detect movement, perfect for tracking your daily fitness goals. So, what are the importance of this fitness counter? It tracks progress, monitors daily activity and improvement. It encourages consistency. That means it motivates regular exercise habits, promotes health. That means it helps maintain fitness and overall well-being. So, project kickoff. Right about now, we're going to be deviating from this application, from the slide to MIT App Inventor website where we're going to build the app. All right. So let's head on to App Inventor. All right. This is how the app will look like by the time we're done creating it. Can you see that? And this is going to be our block editor by the time we are done creating it. So without wasting much time, let's go and create a new project. So new project, the name of this project is going to be Fitness Counter. Just name it Fitness Counter. Okay. It says we already have a name. It says Fitness Counter 1. Let's add a number to it and then we are good to go. It's loading. Now we have a plain sheet where we can start creating our project. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is to give our screen a black background color. All right, you see. And now the next thing we're going to do now is to drag a label onto the screen. So this label is going to be our title label. So the content of the label is black because the screen is black. So now let's go and change the text color to white so it can be visible for us to see what we're doing. Okay, and now we are going to make it bold. 0 to 25. Now the text should be my fitness app. In capital letter type my fitness app, and there you go. Oh, there is a mistake there, so let's change it. My fitness application. So we check for font bold, check. Okay, so need to make it bolder, so let's make it 30 instead. Okay, there you go. So you notice that this is by the side instead of the center. So click on the screen. Let's align our text. The center, horizontal center, vertical. Well, let's just leave it this way. By the time I don't put in there, we can now centralize the whole text. So the color of this should be yellow. The text color should be yellow. So click on label, change the text color to yellow, and then save. And there you go. Now the next thing we'll be dragging onto the stage is we're going to drag another label. So this label is going to space out for us. So we're going to leave it empty, and then we change the height to it should be long, so it's going to be this a space between the title and the body of our project. So pixels, make it yeah, 100. 100 going to be much. Okay, 100 pixels, 100 pixels. Okay, let's work with 100 pixels. So that's the space that we'll have here now. So next we'll be dragging onto the stage is a horizontal arrangement. So click on layout and get a horizontal arrangement and drag it onto the stage. Alright, there you go, we have it now on our stage. Okay, so for the horizontal arrangement, we're going to make it the width few parent. Okay, and the width will leave it at automatic, and then for the alignment, it's going to be align horizontal is going to be center. So now I'm going to drag a label into this place. So let's go and get a label. There you go, here's our label. So we're going to change the text of this label to step count. Okay, step count and colon space. Alright, step count. Now we're going to change the color to pink. Alright, pink color. And we are going to make it 18 to make it bolder. I think 18 is okay. 18 is okay. Now for the horizontal arrangement, let's make the background color black. Alright, more like it. So now we're going to duplicate the step counter. Control C, Control V to have 2. And now we're going to change the text in the second one, that's the duplicated one, to 0. There you go, to 0, and we're going to change the text color to yellow. Okay, yellow it is. So now the next thing we'll be doing is to duplicate this horizontal arrangement so we can get our calorie bond label. So Control C, Control V. Now I'm going to change the text in this label 5 here. Change it to calorie bond. Calorie bond. Okay, there you go. And that is it. So the first one is step count, and the second one is calorie bond. Still the same right on this. So I think we should also make this bold. Let's make it bold. Check for font bold. Do the same thing with the second one. Check for font bold. Alright, so now the next thing we're going to do now is to get our button. So let's drag a button. That will be our start button, and drag it onto the stage. Here, now we're going to change the text to start. And so start. Alright, and we're going to make the background color green or start green. Now we're going to give it a width of, let's see what 50% can do for it. 50%, okay, not bad. Then this to 20, font mode. Okay, let's make the width 17 instead. I want it to be longer than this. So 17. And okay. Then I'm going to make the shape rounded. I like my button rounded. Okay, and then text color should be white. Alright, and that is it for the start button. So now to get the stop button and the reset button, we are going to duplicate this button. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. And there you go. Now we're just going to make little changes here. So for the second duplicated button, which is the button 2, we're going to change the text to stop. This way, and then we're going to change the background color to red. I'll leave the text color as white. Then for the reset button, we're going to change the background color to orange. Alright, and we're going to change the text from start to reset. This way, and text color should be black. That should be a different, right? Text color should be black. And that is it. So now the next thing we're going to drag onto the stage is our pedometer. You can find the pedometer in your sensors. Here's our sensors. Click on sensors and scroll down. Let's search for pedometer, and pedometer is right here. So it's an invisible component. So drag it and just drop it here. You can see it's right here. When you add an invisible component, you see no visible component is right here. So I haven't done arranging our blocks, our designer. We're done designing our interface. This is how our project should look like, right? So we deviate. Let's move on to the block editor. Okay, so now the block editor, search for pedometer. This is pedometer, right? So you're going to get when pedometer, one simple step, drag and drop it right here. So now the next thing you're going to do is to head on to, let's check the label. The first 0 we have there, the first 0 we have here is label 4. So let's go back, click on label 4. So we're going to look for set label for the text to, set label for the text to, place it inside here, and then you hover your mouse here and then get simple steps, plug it here. So the next block we're going to look for first is another 0 block, which is level 6. So let's go back, level 6. When click on level 6, set level 6 dot text to, level 6 dot text to. Now we're going to our math, and then we're going to get the times block. That is the multiplication block. The multiplication block is right here. Drag and drop it here. Now go back to the math block and 0 block here. It's inside the first. I'm going to change the text there. 0.05. Save and go again, and then give simple steps. Place it inside the second space here. Now the next thing we'll be doing is to program for our button, which is the start, stop, and reset button. So when button one is the start button. When button one is clicked, what should happen? Call pedometer one dot start. So go to your pedometer. See, call pedometer dot start and position it here. So now for button two, we're going to do the same thing. Click on button two. When button two is clicked, what should happen? Return back to pedometer. Call pedometer dot stop. Call pedometer dot stop. Drag and position it inside here. So now the next button we're programming for is button 3. So when button 3 is clicked, so it's going to be quite different from the others. Right? Set label, this label 4, the text. Set label 4 the text. Set label 4 the text to get an empty. Okay, and then place it here. Now instead of looking for another one, you can just duplicate this one here and then change this to 6. Level 6. Position it here, and there you go. I think our project is ready this way. So when the reset button is clicked, this is the reset button. It's going to change the text, that is the counter, to set the counter to 0, and then that is an empty space instead of 0, and then it's going to set the calorie bond to 0. That means you're starting all over again. Okay, so it's time to test our project. We're testing our project with the MIT AI companion. MIT AI companion. Alright. So MIT App Inventor. Click on AI companion. Click on connect. Then from the drop down, choose AI companion. And then make sure you already have the AI companion in your phone, installed in your phone. So now our fitness app is ready, and I just connected using the AI companion. You know how to do that by now. So here is it on my screen. Now I'm going to press the start button, and then I'll shake my body to see if it's going to count the step I'll take and then the calorie that I'm going to burn. So now, you see, I'm moving. See what's happening, and it's counting. You see? See, and it keeps counting as I'm moving. So that's how it keeps track of your calorie burn. See, it's counting the calorie burn and also the steps. You see, I took a step, 19, 20, 21. You see, and it's also counting calorie for me. And so far, I've burned 1.035 calories and I made 23 steps. So if I click on my stop button, it's going to stop counting. And you see I've stopped counting. I'm shaking, but nothing is happening. So when I click on the reset button, everything wipes away. So I have to start all over again. Interesting, right? So that's it for the fitness app. I'll see you in our next class. Bye for now.